were two goats on a rubbish tip, chewing pieces of old rubbish, boots, tires, tin cans, and so on. One of them came across a canister of old film and started chewing through the plastic strip of the film, having a whale of a time. The other goat called across to him and said, "Hey, are you enjoying that film?" And he said, "It's not bad, but I preferred the book." When I was about 25, I remember walking up the road near my home and suddenly had this strange but very powerful, overwhelming feeling that I really wanted to become a composer, to dedicate my life to pursuing what amazement and interest and beauty I could find in expressing my own composition. I'd already been composing since my teens, but this was more serious. This was, this is going to be my life. So it was pretty serious stuff. And at that point, there were several composers I particularly liked, and they somehow spoke to me sufficiently to make me feel I wanted to do that too. So that was the beginning, and I became a private maths tutor so I could spend most of my time composing, which is very hard at first financially, but over the years it has proved to be an extremely good strategy, because I have had a lot of freedom to explore all manner of things, including spirituality, which is another subject I embrace considerably. My music has embraced meditation particularly. I'm very interested in how music can help people go into a deep stillness, and also I'm very interested in computer-generated music. I've developed a new kind of mathematics that will create the most wonderful, intricate patterns, both visually, in sound, and in melody, so that the two can be integrated as well. So I've done a lot of creative work, not just in composition. I've written for orchestra, string quartet, choir, electronic music, and I've recorded about 4,000 improvisations on the piano. So there's been a considerable amount of activity in those 40 years. Yeah, my music has been slow to be recognized. I have different influences in my music, not just contemporary music, but also spiritual, and I have had a component of extraterrestrial current in my inspiration also. The disappointment at not having major recognition, or even some recognition when I was younger, did not stop me from continuing to compose and play piano and record that. For me, it's very much a question of exploring and finding ways to inspire myself.
You briefly mentioned upon extraterrestrial influences. In which ways did that influence, in what ways did that influence your music?
Well, there was one instance of several that I felt I'd actually created the tone that an extraterrestrial UFO might emit when it was traveling. And this came in the early days of home computers. I managed to find a way to generate sounds from mathematical patterns. And the first thing I did was to create this particular, very rich tone. It's like an orchestra playing one note. And several people have remarked that it sounds like it's a UFO making a tone.